live. Yo, YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Gettin, and I'm back with another live. It's that good morning drive. Is where I have multiple discussions on my way to work and wishing everyone a good morning. So let's get to that first. Yo, good morning to everyone out there. I hope everyone has a good morning. I had a pretty terrible night last night. Oh, it was sticky, it was icky, it was nasty. But yeah, good morning to everyone. And remember, if you're not having a good morning, make it happen. Make sure that day to that bad morning gets better. Only you are going to make it happen. Make it happen. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of life. You know, there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be times where things get rough. And unfortunately for some people, they get extremely rough where the odds are insurmountable. You just can't get out of it. But even then, try to find some good in those very dark times. You know, those dark times really make the best of us if we could survive them. So I just want to say good morning to everyone out there. I hope you continue to have a good morning and a good week. You know, many blessings. Even the haters out there, I got some haters on my channel, but trust me, I'm even wishing them a good morning, even though they're trolls. But yes, good morning to everyone out there. I hope you guys have a blessed day, a blessed week, a great weekend. So let me talk about my terrible night last night, and I made the best of it. Where I live, there's a lot of apartments, but it's a lot of houses, a lot of house apartments. And these house apartments, they house 2, 3, 4 families. Listen, in a neighborhood in America, the grid, the power grid and the wires are not made for this. And I'm trying not to get too political, but in America, the politicians don't really care about upgrading these systems, these social structures. They don't care about upgrading them. So therefore, when these banks and firms buy up all these houses and cram so many families in these houses, in these residential areas, these neighborhoods, it puts a lot of stress on the electrical grid, because now you're splitting the power ways, or whatever is the technical term for them, like 4, 3, 2 ways instead of just one power source that one house may need. And everyone has a TV, everyone has their separate air conditioning. You know, if it was one house and one family, maybe only 2 or 3 rooms get air conditioning if it doesn't have central air, right? But with all these houses, every other room is filled with the air conditioner. So in the summertime, it gets hot, so everybody puts on their air conditioner. And we had a blackout last night. We had a blackout last night from 7:20 to about almost 12 o'clock at night. I got a little one. He don't care. He was playing his Nintendo Switch. Thank God the Nintendo Switch is a hybrid system. He's playing it. He don't really care. But me, I'm on my phone or whatever, you know, trying to make the best out of a sticky, nasty situation. And I'm all sweating and everything. I was looking at the Giants Hard Knock episode, and it was just miserable. Oh, it was miserable. It was so hot. No way to get out. And my son is using, after the Nintendo Switch died, of course, he's using a tablet, and he's hooked up to my phone, which is connected to a battery for the hotspot. So it's not like I could just go in my car and turn on the AC. And it was getting late. I didn't want to take him on a little drive. You know, I could have done that. You know, maybe I'll do that for the next time, especially in these hot summer days. And today seems like it's going to be even hotter. But yeah, so it was what it was. But therefore, being said that, I normally work on my videos at night. I was going to make part 2 to my first look breakdown, but I couldn't get to it because we had a blackout. So I will try to get to that tonight. Hopefully we don't have another blackout. That'll be terrible. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll get you more college football footage of a breakdown, or my version of a breakdown. But maybe the second one I won't do as thorough as I did the first one, because I think we all get it. If you saw the video last night that I released around 6 o'clock or 5:45, I can't remember, but if you saw it last night, I'm breaking down college football 25's footage. And don't get me wrong, I still think the game is good. Matter of fact, I prepaid for it last night, and talk about that in a second. I think the game is going to be fun. I think it's going to be worth playing, and but there's some major flaws in the game, and those major flaws have been in Madden per se. So I think me personally, me single-handedly, except for maybe a few other guys out there, stated that college football is a reskin of Madden, and shit, it is. I proved it. I proved that they have the same flaws. You can't have the same flaws if it's not a reskin. You know, every year, these sports games are reskins of each other. So it is what it is. You know, people hate the word reskin. They think it means this extremely negative thing, and it's obviously not. If every sports game, every yearly sports game is basically a reskin. You know, you could have a really good game under that reskin. So, you know, I'm looking forward to playing it. And honestly, I'm gonna get back into college football a little bit more, because first I want to talk about the Xbox Game Pass price increase. It's not a major increase, and honestly, if you are buying games like every other month or something like that, you're going to be spending way more money on those games rather than if you are a Game Pass junkie. Me, I'm somewhat of a Game Pass junkie. You know, I have high standards for games, so I want to play high level games, I guess, AAA, you know, AAA games that are really deep and good and all that. And plus, I don't have a whole bunch of time to be playing a whole bunch of games anyway. So it's not like I'm going to go out there and buy games. So I'm still sticking with my my Game Pass subscription. The price increase went from what, $18 now to $20. That's what, $240 a year. That's not a major problem, because $240, how many games is that, right, per year? That's what, 4 games or something like that. And I definitely play more than 4 games throughout the year. So, and just trying out games, you don't want to go out there and put your hard-earned money and buy a game and you don't like it. So yeah, Game Pass, $20 a month. Ultimate is $20 a month. That's not a big deal. And plus, they're going to be making big changes to the Game Pass subscriptions. Game Pass subscriptions, I think it's going to be 3 or 4 tiers, or maybe just 2, maybe 2, 3 or 4, whatever. But it's definitely going to have different tiers. They're going to have a standard tier. I'm already on Ultimate, and they might have another tier in between there or whatever. But guess what? If you get on the standard tier of Xbox Xbox Game Pass, you're not going to get the day one games. those day one games that they've been advertising for Xbox Game Pass. And that's kind of messed up. That was really slick what Microsoft did. All throughout those presentations, it just said day one Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. And they got it into people's mind. Oh, if I have Game Pass, I could get that. I'll be able to play those games day one. But no, if you have standard, if you're a new customer to standard, excuse me, if you're a new customer to standard, those day one Game Pass games, those Microsoft Studio games, you're not going to get them. Let me know if I misspeak. Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, you're not going to get them. Hopefully, you know, my audio is good. It should be good. I'm on my Bluetooth. You shouldn't hear the road as loud as you used to hear it when I'm on my Bluetooth in my car. But yeah, so Xbox Game Pass gets a price increase. I'm not too mad about it. $240 a year. Just don't make your Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Don't make that $40 or $50 a month. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Then I'm done. I'm completely done. Because for that, I'll just buy the games then. The games that I know that I want. But yeah, so yeah, they got to make money somehow. I believe Microsoft be bleeding money anyway when it comes to Game Pass, and they spend a lot of money on publishers to put their games on Game Pass. They got to make their money, but it's just going to be tough for Microsoft to take over that whole sector, and that's their hope. And to me, that's their whole plan, is to take over that sector, so that they want to be bigger than Steam. They want to be bigger than all of that. They want you to go to them to play games on all systems. But yeah, The Undertaker, what up, dude? It's good morning to you. He says it's $240, but don't forget it includes Xbox Live as well. So in reality, it's more than $180. If you look at that way, that's a great point. Thank you for pointing that out. Always, if I'm saying anything about anything, please jump in, let me know, holla at me, correct me. I'm never opposed of being wrong when I'm proven wrong. But yeah, no, that's a great point. But yeah, so I think Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, I always thought that was a really good deal. It's an even better deal now that Mr. The Undertaker pointed that out, and honestly that let me know that my audio is working good. So yeah, good morning to you. Thank you for coming through. Hey guys, if you come through, thank you and good morning. You missed my good morning spill to you. I hope you guys have a great day, great morning. But please, if you could do me a favor, make sure you hit the like on this video, especially if you like the video. It definitely helps my channel grow, and it definitely helps my subscribers, I'm sorry, get my videos, because YouTube is a crazy algorithm. So if you guys can hit that like button on your way in or your way out, really appreciate it. You know, I really appreciate anyone coming in here. Totally appreciate it. I'm totally humbled that I even have a YouTube channel with more than 50 subscribers, to be honest with y'all. You know, I was an introvert growing up, you know, so it's not like I love being on the camera. I kind of don't. But it is what it is. You know, I like talking on my way to work. I like talking about gaming news. I like talking about simulation football. So hey, why not? Get over it, right? So my little bit of me being an introvert, I got over that, you know, throughout life. You know, life is a struggle, and you got to always try to make your way through it, right? That's why I think it's very important for others to encourage others to be positive, and to you know, to be positive to others. That's just who I am. But at the same time, I love the truth. So even if the truth is super negative, I'm going to talk about it, but I'm still going to try to put a positive light on it some kind of way. But anyway, so let's move on to college football news. College football news and the discussion. Let's have the discussion first. Why not? So a lot of people seem to fear that college Ultimate Team will be the main focus of college football. I don't believe that it's going to be the main focus of college football 25. That's obvious. But really, if you really think about it, when it comes to EA and their football games, Madden and now college football, when it came to Madden, I can't remember a time where the main focus, that main point of the advertising was Ultimate Team or MUT, M-U-T, MUT. And cut is college Ultimate Team, right? So I can't remember ever a focus on their Ultimate Team. Whenever was it a media marketing focus? It never has been. Matter of fact, the only time when they advertised Ultimate Team in their games is at the very end. When you prepay for the game, you get prepaid bonuses, you get their currency so you can buy more packs, and you get more packs, legendary pack, super pro, NFL pack, whatever it's called, right? They never really focus on that. So I think it's like in a way, it's a catch-22, because they won't be focusing on it per se with their marketing, but future iterations, best believe, future elements of presentation, of gameplay, of dynasty mode, franchise mode, whatever you want to call it, franchise mode for Madden, right? Dynasty mode for college football, road to glory, those things. Best believe they will not get the annual updates, say that Visual Concepts does with NBA 2K. They will not get those major updates. They just won't. I truly believe in the coming years, the presentation right now for College Football 25 is amazing. It's really good. Do you really see them next year redoing all of that and adding on to it? Do you really see that? No, I don't see it at all. I think, honestly, I think it's going to be exactly the same. It's going to be slightly changed. It's going to be a slight change, minimal changes at best. Same thing with the Road to Glory, which we'll get which we'll see, I think, on the 18th or the 17th. Same thing with Dynasty mode. I don't think it's going to get major upgrades to Dynasty mode in the upcoming years and the upcoming iterations. Say 2020, in 2025, in 2026, when we get those games, they're going to be largely the same when it comes to the presentation. I already see it. So they're going to put the resources in reskinning Ultimate Team, and the cards and the animations to those cards and the rewards and all that type of stuff. Everything else is going to be like, basically what they do in Madden. It's not going to be a major overhaul. To me, College Football 25, when it comes to presentation and all that, was a major objective. They got it out there. They got a lot of the college atmosphere, which is great. It's beautiful. But College Football 26 is going to be largely the same. Let's talk about the history of it. When they introduced Ultimate Team in Madden 14, I think it was. Madden 14 or Madden 10. I can't remember the year. I thought I looked it up and I had it in my mind, but whatever. Whenever they introduced it, there were more emphasis or a push for franchise mode. And even before that, franchise mode was the big ticket for EA Madden football gamers, right? Just like Road to Glory and Dynasty mode was for college football guys, right? So when they introduced it, I really do think it was 2014 is when they introduced Ultimate Team. So when they introduced Ultimate Team, all those modes, they just stopped updating them, and they did very little basic updates to franchise mode. They introduced Face of the Franchise, and how much did they update Face of the Franchise? They really didn't. They did it big. Or when they introduced it, it was this a big event, and then the next Madden after that, largely unchanged. The next Madden after that, largely unchanged. And then they finally changed it a little bit, but still not as dynamic as NBA 2K's My Player is. NBA 2K's My Player from the start was pretty dynamic, just from where you get drafted. From what I remember, Face of the Franchise, no matter what you do, you're going to get drafted as a top player or a number one player. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, because I don't play Face of the Franchise. I don't like Madden. I really don't. I don't like the way EA handles their simulation football games. I just don't. But it is what it is. That's the discussion. The news is college football will now feature, they dropped this last night or this morning. College football will feature NFL legends. Duh, duh, duh. Yeah, they will feature NFL legends. So that's going to be really interesting because you could play as, for an example, maybe Eli Manning at Ole Miss. You could play Saquon Barkley at Penn State. You could play, more than likely, Cam Newton at Auburn. Or will they have him as a Gator? I don't know. But yeah, you're going to be able to play as NFL legends in college football ultimate team. Now, when they push that out, are they going to have different ratings? Like, say, like, I think Cam Newton, I mentioned it. He went from the Gators, and then he went to Auburn Tigers, right? So are they gonna have like different ratings or different like levels of a player, you know, for the players that transferred out to other schools that became, you know, a pro? And that also brings up the question of why now it doesn't make any sense why they didn't have you can import a draft class to Madden. It makes no sense now because they did the paperwork to get these NFL legends onto their college teams. They did that. To me, they could have just had they could have asked you, hey, do you want to import, before you start a franchise mode, or a dynasty mode, do you want to import your rosters to Madden? And if you opt into that, damn, pull this guy over. Got 5 on him. Woo. Anyway, so if they ask you that, that means every single one of the players that are in the NIL, they're not in your dynasty mode. All of them are created players. So those created players who have no license, they could be ported over to the NFL or imported over to the NFL. That would work, in my opinion. They could have done something like that, or they could have went the long route and talked with the NFLPA to have a license of players that more than likely will get drafted, or players that might get drafted, or even players that won't get drafted. They have a little license. They just have to opt into that. To me, EA dropped the ball with that. I do believe if they really wanted to spend the money and the resources, they could have. Watch next year or the year after that, probably have something like that, and that'll be one of the big selling points of college football 26 or 27. Watch, it's gonna happen for sure. What else can we talk about? Yeah, so I think that's about it. I don't want to say that's it because I thought it was another topic that I wanted to talk about, but yeah, so blah 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 blah. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I think that's it. You know, normally I get some comments. Today everybody's been quiet. I guess it's too hot. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this video and the rebroadcast. Put some comments in that comment section. Let's talk. And again, I hope you guys have a great morning. I'm basically here to work anyway, and I guess I'll end the stream. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. It's going to be hot. I'm over here in New Jersey, and it's already hotter this morning than it was yesterday morning. So it is what it is, right? Hope you guys have a great one. And remember, stay positive, always push forward, and even in your darkest hour, try to find some light. All right? You guys have a great one. Peace.